Good morning everyone, this is Iosif, Senior Analyst at IronFX, bringing you the morning comment for the 6th of September. Bank of Canada remained on hold at plus 1.50% as expected yesterday, however signaled its readiness to hike but is currently in a wait-and-see position regarding the NAFTA negotiations. The bank effectively described an economy near its capacity and at the same time adopted a language which highlights trade tensions in NAFTA. USD CAD rose upon the release of the statement, however corrected later on. On other news, the NAFTA negotiations are to begin again, and despite the Canadian PM stating that Canada will not sign a bad deal, US President Trump stated that the US will find out in a few days if Canada is going to be part of NAFTA. Should there be further headlines on NAFTA, we could see volatility rising. USD CAD traded in a sideways manner yesterday, teasing the 1.3175 resistance line. As the pair broke the upwards trend line accepted since the 30th of August, we lift our bullish bias in favor of a sideways movement scenario, however further bullish tendencies could occur. It should be noted that the RSI indicator remained near the reading of 70 in the 4-hour chart, continuing to point towards an overcrowded long position. Should the bulls take over again, we could see the pair clearly breaking the 1.3175 resistance line and even the 1.3210 resistance level, aiming for the 1.3245 resistance area. Should the bears dictate the pair's direction, we could see it breaking the 1.3137 support line and aim for the 1.31 support barrier. Across the Atlantic, GBP jumped on Bloomberg headlines stating that Germany and the UK seem to be willing to accept a preliminary deal with less details regarding Brexit. Such an agreement could ease the way towards Brexit substantially. However, the Irish border issue and parliamentary approval may prove difficult to be overcome. At the same time, a poll conducted by Reuters showed that the pound would make solid gains of around 6% should the UK reach a deal about Brexit, while drop at 8% should negotiations collapse. A number of analysts reiterated their conviction that some kind of deal will be reached, and further headlines on the issue could increase volatility of the GBP. Cable rallied on the news yesterday, breaking consecutively the 1.2835 and the 1.2895 resistance lines, now turned to support. We see the case for the pair to trade in a sideways manner today, however it may prove sensitive to any further Brexit headlines, as well as any USD strengthening during the day. Should the pair be under selling interest, we could see it breaking the 1.2895 support line and aim if not break the 1.2835 support zone. Should the market favor long positions of the pair, we could see it breaking the 1.2960 resistance line, aiming for the 1.3020 resistance barrier. In today's other economic highlights, during the European session, we get from Germany the industrial orders growth rate for July, while in Sweden, Riksbank is to reach an interest rate decision and is expected to remain on hold at minus 0.50%. In the American session from the US, we get the ADP national employment figure for August, the factory orders growth rate for July, the ISM non-manufacturing PMI for August, and the EIA crude oil inventories figure. From Canada, we get the building permits growth rate for July. As for speakers, please note that ECB Sabine Laudenschläger, New York Fed President John Williams, and BOC Deputy Governor Carolyn Wilkins speak. For more information, please read the full comment on IronFX.com or download our app and get all the information you need to trade. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel or circle us on Google Plus to get more trading ideas. This is Iosif from IronFX, wishing you solid trading.